Okay, so I thought it'd be interesting to kind of see if I could start a trend of some kind on Tumblr where through blogging and reblogging, the LGBT members of Tumblr tell their coming out stories. So I guess I'll tell mine. When I was younger, I definitely did have crushes on, the Pink Power Ranger and the girl with the nice boobs from Hocus Pocus, and different girls that were in my elementary school classes. Because I didn't know what gay was, I kind of just pushed those feelings aside and was just like, well, maybe I just want to be their friends. I just want to be biffles with them, whatever. It wasn't until 8th grade that this girl, and if she sees this, I'm going to be hella embarrassed. I did just say hella, but it wasn't until 8th grade that I really realized that I had, like, a sexual attraction to girls and not to guys. 8th grade is that year that everyone goes boy crazy. And my friends would talk about how much they wanted to do make out with guys. And I remember the topic of every conversation would be that. And I would just think, I can't relate to that. I don't think about guys all the time. They must be exaggerating. So, of course, I exaggerated how much I thought about making out with guys and stuff. But the girl that really, made me realize these feelings was a girl on the softball team who happened to be in my classes. And her name was Sarah, and I thought she was the hottest thing on the planet. And in softball at my middle school and my high school, they have this tradition where the team captains choose what the team is going to wear to school that day, whether it be a uniform or dressing up the day of a game. And for dressing up, you have to wear nice pants or a skirt or a dress. She was very feminine, so she would wear either a skirt or a dress for the dress up to go to an away game. And I remember whenever she would come in that skirt or dress, I would just be like, damn, I really took be all I could think about during my classes. It seriously was just ridiculous. She would be sitting right there across from me, looking pretty, and I would just be blood red thinking about it. So whenever my friends were talking about, let's make out with guys, let's go meet some guys at the mall, all I was thinking about was Sarah and her fucking skirts and dresses. And then I would just be like, yeah, let's go meet some guys at the mall. So really, it didn't come full circle. I didn't really come out or start addressing those feelings until my boyfriend, my junior year of high school. He was a nice guy. He was awesome. He cared about me. He did everything for me that a boyfriend can do for a girlfriend. He was easy on the eyes. My little sister had a crush on him. And I realized that I loved him, and I still do. I do love him. We look out for each other even today. But I wasn't in love with him. All my friends started, this was the point when they started having sex or having sexual experiences or whatever, talking about condoms and shit, and I just couldn't relate to that either. I was just like, I don't want to have sex with him. And I've never wanted to have sex with any guy that I've had any kind of, romantic or sexual encounter with. I didn't want to have sex with any of them. And that's when it was that Thanksgiving break that I wrote a letter to myself because I was surrounded by my family. It was a family reunion on my mom's side. They were busting my balls all weekend and telling me how much they loved me, so of course I felt inspired to write a letter to myself. And it said, your family's going to love you, your family's going to support you, your friends, if they really are, your friends are going to love you and really are going to support you, but you are gay, and you need to come to terms with that, and you need to be honest with yourself and be honest with Ryan about that. So that's when I broke it off with him, and I saw that one girl that everybody remembers as the first girl they ever fell for. And I remember seeing her walking down the hall, and she just oozed sexuality. I didn't know if she was gay. I didn't know if she was straight. I just knew that I wanted to get in her pants. Whatever the hell that meant, because like I said, there's no gay model in my area for that jank, so I didn't know. She had a girlfriend who looked like a boyfriend. Wasn't transgender though. She was dating Justin Bieber. We'll just say that. She was dating Justin Bieber. So I thought she was straight. For the longest time I thought she was straight. So disappointed. And then it turns out that my friend was crushing on Justin Bieber the entire year, came into First Bell, had this embarrassing story about how, it turns out that Justin Bieber is really a girl. And my first thought was ha 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 ha, but then my second thought was cha-ching, that girl's gay. But it's not like I would ever talk to her, right? So the next year, the fates of scheduling aligned, and I happened to be in the same psychology class as her. So this, definitely was a huge step in, towards the rest of my life, because the psychology class is where I learned what I wanted to do when I grew up, or got out of high school, and got to college. And it's also the class that I fell really hard for her. She broke my heart. She led me on really badly. We were fooling around and stuff for about 2 weeks, and I fell so hard for this girl that I seriously thought that within that 2 weeks that we were going to be together when I go off to college, and I would have pictures of her all over my dorm room and be like, yo, this is my girl back home. And no, turns out she was still dating Justin Bieber when she was doing stuff with me, and it was a big fucking mess. But the reason that she's so essential to my coming out story is because she was the one person who I decided I was going to put everything on the line for my friends, for my family, to come out to them. I came out to my mom and my dad, and their reaction was pretty much my dad was like, whatever makes you happy is going to make me happy. My mom was pretty much like, I fucking knew it. And my friends were really cool about it. I only had one negative reaction, or in my opinion, a negative reaction. My friend was a very ultra-Christian, and she said, I still love you, I just think that you're a little confused, that you're a little in the wrong. But now she's the biggest ally in the world, so that worked out for the best. But my coming out story is not as harsh as most people's. I just think that my coming out story is very the fates aligned in sort of a sense in order for it to happen, because I'd been denying it all these years, and then as fate would have it, me and this girl end up in the same fucking class. And I have to talk to her then, because we do group projects together and all this different stuff. So I would like everyone to reblog and add their own video as to what their coming out story is, and see if this gets off the ground or if this is just me talking to empty space. So yeah, please reblog and please put your own coming out story up. Thank you.